The RV Show USA is brought to you by Flagstaff, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
And from San Antonio, Texas, broadcasting to all of North America and worldwide through social media, this is the RV Show USA. Thank you all so much for riding along with us today. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, and today's program, well, we're going to cover a lot of topics, and every one of them will help you become a smarter RVer and a happy camper. I want to begin by going back to a story that I mentioned last week, cautioning RV buyers to not become a victim of an RV dealer that's having a fire sale on new RVs. Now, the short story is that if you see a deal on a new RV that just seems too good to be true, if you see a dealer offering a new RV at a price that is just so low that you're simply blown away and you really believe that it's legit, well, you'd best either run away or at least exercise extreme caution. Generally speaking, every new RV on a dealer's lot is not owned by that dealer. Nope. The dealer may have it on their lot, on their property, but that RV most likely has a lien on it, so that lien holder is the actual owner of the RV. When you buy it, the dealer's supposed to pay the lender. The lender releases their lien, and either you get a clean title or your lender now becomes the lien holder. Got it? All right, but what happens? What happens if the dealer doesn't pay their lender? The dealer takes your money, gives you a temporary license plate. You go on your way with the new RV, only to find out at some future date that the RV you're towing around is still owned by the dealer's lien holder. You got an RV that can't be registered, so it can't legally be used, and there's no way the dealer's going to give you your money back. So your sweetheart of a deal has turned into a scam, and you're in the middle of it. Well, this happened with a very large RV dealer out in California back in 2015, and hundreds of RVers were taken advantage of. And I don't think any of them ever actually really got whole again. I repeat, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I want you to pay attention. That's what I'm saying. Today's crazy world is putting pressure on everybody. It's bringing out the best in some people, the worst in others. Some businesses will never recover from the economic tsunami that we're in. Some, I hate to say, in the RV industry will most likely not be able to survive this, well, whatever you want to call it, this today's business climate. As the saying goes, desperate people do desperate things. I just don't want to see you or anyone being taken advantage of. That's why choosing the right RV dealer to do business with is so important. Let me give you another example of how something weird can happen when you think that you've done everything right. After last week's show, this very topic that I was talking about, I received a voicemail that was very, very interesting. Take a quick listen to this.
Hello, Alan. My name is Robert Brown, and I just wanted to see if I could speak with you for a little bit of advice. In January, we had bought a Tiffin, slightly used Tiffin from Denver. It was a used one sitting on their lot. And what I'm up against now is the title they sent me has all zeros for mileage, and it says exempt on it, and I cannot register it that way here in Colorado. And this has been going on since January, and I don't know what to do. I can't get a title, and they say that they're working on it, and I just wanted to know what my rights are on this. What do I do, buddy? If you could, maybe give me a call back. Thank you.
All right, so I did speak with Mr. Brown. His situation does raise a lot of questions. This may be a nothing burger, as they say. Then again, there could be something really, really juicy going on here. I'm going to do my best to stay on top of this and see what I can learn. And if there's anything, like they say, if there's a there, I'm going to let you know about it. The takeaway is this. If a deal on an RV seems too good to be true, be skeptical. Be cautious, be extra on guard, and if the deal begins to smell like you're at a fish market, run fast. So did you see in the pages of RVtravel.com the story about what the governor of Virginia essentially did to all privately owned campgrounds? This angers me a lot, folks. I hope it angers you as well. On Monday, March the 30th, Virginia's governor, Ralph Northam, upended the lives of Virginia's campground owners and the campers that are going to be staying with them by, get this, outlawing stays of less than 14 nights, but only in privately owned campgrounds. He didn't mention a thing about any other sector of the hospitality industry, like hotels or motels or resorts or B&Bs. Nothing. All other lodging remains open for business. To add insult to injury, the order is effective until, get this, June 10th. And here's an exact quote from the story. So, why were campgrounds singled out for special treatment while all those sticks and bricks accommodations are allowed to continue serving the traveling public? Why is the most self-contained, inherently socially distancing form of shelter shunted aside, but not the facilities that flip rooms every day that must be accessed through public hallways and elevators? Why are RVs whose occupants have their own linens, their own beds, their own bathrooms, and their own cooking and dining facilities regarded as a grave threat to public safety? What a sad deal, right? Again, you can read the entire story in rvtravel.com. It's a kind of a online publication, gives you real news, real information that is significant. It's meaningful for RVers like you and me. I want to know what you think of Governor Northam's decision to single out, privately owned campgrounds, not hotels, not B&Bs, not resorts, other lodging, just privately owned campgrounds. If you're catching the live stream, what do you think? Fair? Unfair? Personally, I think it's ridiculous. It's also going to be a financial death blow, I fear, to Virginia's beautiful, privately owned campgrounds, and will likely put quite a few of them out of business. So the man that wrote that story is an actual campground owner in Virginia, and he is understandably devastated. The coronavirus pandemic is bad enough for all of us. Now a politician does something stupid, seeming to target only private campgrounds, and life goes on. At least it does for the governor. Virginia may be for lovers, but it sure ain't for private campground owners or the thousands and thousands of campers whose reservations have now been canceled. This really does kill me, folks, partly because I'm a campground owner myself, and partly because I just think it's wrong. So let me tell you what a class act this guy is that wrote the story. You want to know what he has up on his late arrival board for folks that come in, see his campground on the highway, pull in for a night stay? This is what he says on his late arrival board. Welcome, weary traveler. Unfortunately, if you're reading this, it means you've arrived after hours in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, a time when we are barred by state executive order from accepting any reservations of less than 14 nights. At the same time, we recognize that you've been driving all day, that you're tired, and that you need a place to spend the night. So, be our unpaid guest. The front of the campground, which you passed on your way down the driveway, is completely unreserved. The sites are long pull-throughs with water, cable, 30-50 amp pedestals. Pick whatever site you want, spend the night, either head out in the morning or visit us in the office after 9 a.m. if you want to discuss longer-term options. To get there from here, blah, blah, blah. It continues, he says, throw a few bucks into the lockbox on the right side if you'd like, but don't feel compelled to do so. These are hard times for all of us, and we know you wouldn't be on the road if you had a choice, so the least we can do is provide you with something a little bit more suitable than a Walmart parking lot. Good luck and safe travels. How crappy is that? I mean, seriously, isn't that terrible? I mean, what a nice guy, but it's just awful bad. All right, so in the blink of an eye, by executive order, you are essentially put out of business, and the plans, like I said, for thousands of campers are canceled. Here's another story in the way of happenings in the RV world, people who do RV. Dateline, Bonner County, Idaho. An Idaho man was fleeing the coronavirus he's in deep kimchi right now, which is really bad stuff. Sean Allen Patterson ran, but he couldn't hide when law enforcement officers visited his fifth wheel campsite on Forest Service land in Bonner County, Idaho. Apparently, Patterson thought climbing a tree would help him elude the long arm of the law, but the arm is pretty long of the law. He was spotted and was eventually talked down. Officers found Patterson had a Mauser C96 pistol on his person at the time, a big old no-no, as old Sean is a convicted felon. But his troubles didn't stop there. Police also found other weapons in his fifth wheel. At least one of them was reported as stolen. Sean's wife says that they'd fled Boise, quote-unquote, in terror of the viral pandemic. It's not clear if there are any reported cases of COVID-19 in the Bonner County Jail, where Sean is currently being held. Okay, I shouldn't laugh. But these are the kind of stories that you will read, and all kinds of cool stuff in the pages of rvtravel.com. You're listening to the RV Show USA with the RV Wingman. That would be me. I'm hoping to steer you away from trouble and connect you with the very best folks in the RV industry. We're going to take a quick break, come back with our Ask the Manufacturer segment right after this.